Well, the federal election is down to one last weekend and a fight to the finish no one could have expected. Jack Layton and the NDP continue to ride a surprising surge in public support, while the other parties struggle to stop the bleeding, especially in vote-rich Ontario. But Layton had to do some damage control himself after giving critics a chance to question his economic competence. More from CTV's Roger Smith.
Under increasing scrutiny, Jack Layton tripped up by suggesting the Bank of Canada should not raise interest rates. But political interference with the central bank is a no-no, and the NDP leader was forced to clarify.
There's a lot of Canadians, many people, who feel that interest rates shouldn't be increased, but this is a decision for the governor of the Bank of Canada.
Still, the NDP surge shows no signs of abating, and rivals are running scared. In Ontario, Stephen Harper tapped into old memories to warn what an NDP government would look like.
That's a good answer.
And tonight he warned of even worse times. As Harper accepted an endorsement from Toronto Mayor Rob Ford, he acknowledged for the first time that Layton could become Prime Minister.
It's going to be a Conservative government or it's going to be an NDP government. And friends, a vote for the NDP is a vote for an NDP government. A vote for the Liberals is a vote for an NDP government.
But Layton called the criticism a bit rich, coming from a party that ran up record spending and a record deficit.
They're hoping to drown out the voices for change that are speaking out across the country.
And Michael Ignatieff laced on red running shoes for the final sprint through 13 swing ridings, taking a kick too at Layton over interest rates.
A responsible government does not tell Mark Carney and the Bank of Canada what to do. That's Economics 101.
While insisting the race is far from over, Ignatieff is being squeezed from both sides, and he's clearly on the defensive, trying to save the Liberals from a third-place finish that would cost him his job as opposition leader. Lloyd?
Thank you, Roger. Roger Smith in Kitchener, Ontario tonight. And with us, Ottawa Bureau Chief Robert Fife. Bob, you've been traveling with the Liberals and the Conservatives over the last several days. But first off tonight, there's a story out there that NDP leader Jack Layton was mentioned in a police officer's memorandum several years ago. What more can you tell us about that?
Lloyd, Sun Media is reporting that Jack Layton was found at a massage parlor and questioned by police 16 years ago. NDP lawyers say he was with a legitimate therapist and he did not know that other illicit activities may have been taking place at the establishment. His wife, Olivia Chow, says she knew of the incident, and she says insinuations of wrongdoing are utterly false. Here's what Mr. Layton said tonight.
Fortunate to see the smear campaign starting in these last few days of the campaign. Absolutely nothing wrong was done. There's no wrongdoing here, but yet the smears start.
All right, well, moving on then, Bob. What's your take on the nature of the campaign coming into this final weekend? What's going on?
Well, Lloyd, I think it's back to the future. If the polls are to be believed, we're going to be faced with another minority parliament. The only difference is going to be that it's going to be the NDP as the official opposition. Conservatives are acknowledging privately that their support in Quebec is caving, and the only way they're going to be able to win a majority is to make up those gains in Ontario, and that may be difficult. And more good news for Jack Layton. Tomorrow, the Toronto Star, the biggest booster of the Liberal Party, will be endorsing the NDP.
Could be an interesting night for us on Monday, Bob, and we'll see you then. Thank you.
Good night, Lloyd.